Okay, thank you again for joining me in yet another exercise in which I will be reading a paragraph such as the one located just behind me to you. Embedded within the paragraph are the potential for errors related to grammar, punctuation, syntax, and so forth. Please keep that in mind as you listen to me read. Afterwards, I will step out of frame and ask that you pause the video to make corrections independently. And ideally, you would resume so that we can correct together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started by reading the paragraph. So, finally, tightly wrap the individual taffy pieces in wax paper. This last step is very important. In fact, the taffy will not hold its shape unless it is wrapped tightly. Why call it saltwater taffy when it only contains 1 teaspoon of salt? By most accounts, the name was coined after a vendor on Atlantic City's boardwalk had his supply of taffy damaged by a storm tide. He decided to sell the taffy under the name Saltwater Taffy. It seems the name stuck. I'm going to go ahead and shift that up so you can read it. All right, go ahead and pause here to please make your corrections independently and, of course, resume when you're ready. Always coughing. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and start with the beginning sentence, which, of course, should have a capital letter. I'm going to go ahead and add that now. Finally, tightly wrap the individual taffy pieces in wax paper, period. New sentence. Let's start with a capital. This last step is very important, period. We've concluded that thought. We're going to go ahead and capitalize that preposition. All right, in fact, comma, the taffy will not hold its shape. Its shape is the possessive form of the object pronoun, so it's correct. Don't add an apostrophe because that would be the contraction of it and is, right? It runs counter to a lot of what some of you learned, where you use an apostrophe prior to the S to show possession. With the object pronoun, you keep the apostrophe absent so that it becomes the possessive form of the object pronoun. All right, weird way of wording that. All right, the taffy will not hold its shape unless it is wrapped tightly, period. Well, why call it saltwater taffy when it only contains 1 teaspoon of salt? Here we have no open quote, but we have a closed quote. So let's go ahead and open those quotes. When it only contains 1 teaspoon of salt. This is an interrogative sentence, so we're going to go ahead and add a question mark. By most accounts, the name was coined after a vendor on Atlantic Cities. This is the name of a place, both portions, so that makes it a proper noun, which means we have to capitalize it. Boardwalk had his supply of taffy damaged by a storm tide. He decided to sell the taffy under the name, open quote, saltwater taffy. Let's go ahead and close quotes. It seems the name stuck, open quote, no close quote, or period. We're going to go ahead and end it there. Alrighty, hopefully I was able to get all of the corrections. Of course, if you found something I missed, shame on me. Let me know what you found in the comment section below. And of course, if you found this video helpful, I would appreciate a like and subscribe if you'd like to continue to practice with me. All right, thank you for joining me.